So I want to ask Zoe and Amelia, do you know what it is? So we're talking about this part is actually when you go to the high school, you're going to learn in the physics as well. Okay, so this part is physics and mathematics at the same time. So does anybody know that actually math is a basic foundation subject, I'm sorry. Okay, so all the different kind of subject is related to each other. So math, Mimi, no, math, sorry, my cat is trying to get attention. So math is a basic one. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so we also called, if we want to talk about something good, it's called the problem of journey, right? It is something about we're traveling, we're doing this. Okay, speed is on our everyday life, right? For instance, what was the driving speed of the school bus you took this morning? At what speed does your father always drive? I think Zoe's dad is a driver, right? Yeah, your dad drives bus. So you can ask him, what speed does your always drive, right? And how fast can you swim? And how many meters can you walk in 1 minute? At what speed does the motorboat travel in the canal in the gear room? I don't know even what that's what. Okay, can you find the answers of the above question? Okay. The formula of the speed related problems are, I want you to copy these ones. Okay, speed equals distance divided by time. Distance equals speed times time, and time equals distance divided by speed. Okay, so could you please copy down these ones? Okay, so did you copy down? Okay, so if you copy down, I would like to introduce one thing to all of you, okay? So when you learn the distance, speed, and time, okay, there's a very important thing is, yeah, 为什么是白色? You have to draw the graph. Understand, Amelia and Zoe, it is more important than everything. Okay, so let's take a look at today's first question, okay? Car left on A for turn B. Car B left on B for turn A at the same time. So we have a turn A and a turn B. And we have a car A and car B. So I'm going to use a capital letter for the ton and for the lowercase for the car. We don't have to really draw a car, okay? Because that's what takes forever. So just have an A and a B. Understand, Amelia? Okay, so the most important thing is they left at the same time. You have to highlight this one, okay? The two cars met 4 hours later. Find the distance between Tanya and Tommy if the traveling speed was 65 kilometers per hour and 80 kilometers respectively. So that means for car A, you drive 65 kilometers per hour, and for car B, you drove 80 kilometers per hour. Correct? Okay, so they met 4 hours later. So we can just draw a little flag here. So they met here. So I'm going to use a different colors for both cars to help you for later on question. For this question, it's easy, right? So for 4 hours, car A drove 4 times 65 equals 260 kilometers. For car B, 4 times 80 equals 320 kilometers. So plus together 260 plus 320 equals 580 kilometers. You can also do the other one, Amelia. If 1 hour for both two cars, I drove 145, right? So for 4 hours, they drove 580 kilometers. That's the both way. Correct? That's very easy, right? So we don't have to spend any more time on that. So I want you to take a look at this one. So Ben, so I'm going to block this one. Ben's walking speed is 70 meters per minute. Alan's cycling speed is 3 times that of Ben's walking speed. If Alan takes 9 minutes to cycle from school to the public library, how long a minute does Ben take to do so? Okay, let's start right now.
Wait, is the miles or meters?
Meters.
Meters.
Okay, so I'm going to start to explain this question, okay? Actually, this question has different ways to do it. Ben's walking speed is 70 meters per minute. Amelia, I'm going to do Ben 70 meters per minute. Okay, Alan's cycling speed is 3 times of that Ben's. So Alan's will be what? 210 meters per minute, right? If Alan takes 9 minutes to cycle from school, we can do that. So we know the distance from school to home is 1,890 meters, correct? And I want to know that how long does Ben take? So 1890 divided by 70 equals 27 minutes. Okay? Does everybody has any problem doing that? No problem, right? But it takes a long time. Correct? It takes a long time to calculate. You do a lot of things. Step 1, step 2, and there's a possibility you're going to calculate wrong with 1890 divided by 70. Correct? Okay, so I don't want to do that. I want you to go back to the equation. So distance equals speed times time. So time equals distance divided by speed. Correct? Everybody copy this down, right? but have you ever think about it, how to do it? So for this question number 2, there's one thing never changed. I want to ask Zoe, which part is not changed? Because the speed is changing. Ben is 70. Oh, sorry, it's same. Okay, not changed. There's one thing for both Ben and Alan are the same. Which one?
The distance
Very good.
to
The distance is the same, right, Amelia? The distance for Ben and Alan is the same. They're both going from school to public library. So there's one thing is the same. What is something different? Because we're going to find out the time for A and time for B. Correct? We know the time for A is 9 minutes because it's the distance divided by what? 210. Right? And for time B is what? Distance divided by what? The speed of B, which is 70 meters. So I want you to think about it. When you divide it by something, this number, the bigger, the answer will be smaller, correct? So now what is the relationship with the speed of Alan and the speed of Ben? If you take a look at this one, there are 3 times. So if the divided by number is smaller by 3 times, the answer will be bigger by 3 times. So I can directly get the answer is 9 times 3 equals 27 minutes. So it takes 5 seconds to do that. Kaleno? Okay, I saw Amelia's, oh, get it? Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. Okay, so if you understand this one, so we're going to do the next one is Alan. A van is traveled from town A to town B. If it is increased the speed by 15 kilometers per hour, it would take 4 hours instead of 5 hours. It reach town B. Find the distance between these 2 towns. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. A van has traveling from town A to town B. How many of you draw the line? 有没有 draw 一个 AB？对不对 ？OK, it increase its speed by 15 kilometers per hour. 我们知不知道它的 original speed 是多少？不知道，对不对？那我们写什么？X kilometers per hour. 对不对？ Okay, so right now it is x plus 15, right? Okay, it would take 4 hours. 也就是说，如果它增加15公里每小时的话，4 hours arrived, right? Instead of 5. What does this 5 mean? That means original speed, they're going to take x times 5, right? So the right side is the distance of AB. The left side is also the distance of AB. Can we equal it? Now we have that. So 4x plus 60 equals 5x. So x equals 60. So what is the distance? 5 times 60 equals 300. Get it, everybody? So I want you to redo this question, okay? Zoe 和 Amelia 这道题目都做对了吗？Amelia 就做出来60，对不对？哎，题目问你的是什么？哎呀，太可惜了！题目问你的是 find the distance between two towns，你做到这个 speed 就交给我了。老师，我做完了。不对啊，是不是？Okay, but very good, Amelia. Good job. Okay, you're on the way of right, but just a little bit too fast, right? Okay, so let's take a look at number 4. I would like Zoe to read the question for me.
Cindy was going to walk from home to the mall at a speed of 75 meters per minute. If she increased her speed by 15 meters per minute, she would arrive 4 minutes earlier. Find the distance between her house and the mall.
Okay, so let's take a look at number 4. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at this one, okay? Cindy was going to walk from home to the mall at the speed of 75. If she increased her speed by 15 meters per minute, so now will be what? 90 meters per minute, right? She would arrive 4 minutes earlier. So for this question, Amelia, I would like you to tell me the last question. We say what? We just say the speed of van, we take it x, right? For this time, we know the speed, 75 and 90. So which speed? Of course not. And time and distance, which one you want to name it as x? Time, very good. Good job, Amelia. So time as x minute. So originally, it takes x minutes. So she would arrive 4 minutes earlier. So 4 minutes earlier, that means what? X minus 4. So still, home to mall distance is not changed. So 7x equals 90 times x minus 4. 75x equals 90x minus 360. So 15x equals 360. So x equals 24. Okay, Amelia, 24 is not the final answer. You need to use 24 times 75, or you can use 20 times 90. The answer is 1,800 meters will be the answer. Get it, everybody? Very good. Okay. So,
song.
okay. So let's take a look at the number 5. Okay, so let's take a look at number 5. So I would like to ask all of you. So Amelia, could you please read the question for me? Number 5, Chi Chi.
Chi cycles to school every morning at a speed of 500 meters per minute. It takes her 3 minutes to reach school. She cycles home at a speed of 300 meters per minute. What is her average speed for the whole trip?
Yes. OK，Amelia 做完了，所以做完了吗？我们来看看啊，再给大家1分钟时间。So Okay, so I'm going to explain this one, okay? So Chi cycles to school every morning at the speed of 500 meters per minute. 是骑自行车，对不对? Okay, it takes her 3 minutes to reach school. So the distance from school to home is what? 500 times 3 equals 1,500 meters, correct? Okay, if she cycles home at the speed of 300 meters, what is her average speed? Okay, 小朋友说了，我知道了，500加上300除以2等于400。Sorry, this is wrong. Okay, so yeah, so the average speed, the thing is whole trip divided by the whole time. Okay, I want you to copy this down. Okay, so I want like to ask Amelia, what is a whole trip? Chi cycling from home to school and home back school back to home. 她一共走了多长时间？
6 minutes.
他一共走了多少路程？How many minutes? How many meters? Sorry.
800.
啊？他 cycle from home to school takes 500 meters per minute, takes her 3 minutes to go to school. 那他从家里到 school 的这个距离是多少？
它距离是3分钟。
对啊，距离是 distance 是多少？
1,500 meters.
Yeah, 1,500 meters. 那他又从 school back to home, how long it take? What is the distance?
1,500 meters.
好了, what is the total trip?
3,000.
Yes, very good. So what is the total time?
The total time is 6 minutes.
为什么是 6 minutes? 他去的时候是3分钟，回来的时候时间你知道吗？
8 minutes.
他去的时候是3分钟，回来为什么是3分钟啊？回来的时候 speed change 了呀。What is the time when he back? I want you to calculate it and tell me.
8 minutes.
为什么是 8 minutes?
Because因为
So what is the distance? 1,500,
1,500. So
correct?
1,500 divided
Okay,
by
what is the speed?
300.
300. So what is the time? 5 minutes, right? Very good. So the whole time will be 3 minutes plus 5 minutes. So the answer is 3,000 divided by 8. Get it? The whole trip divided the whole time. So 3,000 divided by 8. So 3, 24, 60. So 375 meters per minute is the average speed for Chi. Understand? Okay, so next question. Zoe, could you please read it for me?
Alan and Ben were having a 90-meter race. When Alan was 26 meters away from the finishing point, Ben was 8 meters ahead of him. How far was Alan from the finishing line when he finished the race?
Okay, so let's do this question. OK，来看一下题目啊。他说 Alan 和 Ben were having a 90 meters race，什么意思啊？比赛，对不对？90 meters。那个 Zoe，你的这个灯是不是照着你眼睛很难受啊？会不会？No，OK，我就觉得他好像一直照着你。Alan and Ben were having a 90 meters race. When Alan was 20 meters away from the finishing point, Ben was 8 meters ahead of him. OK，这个题目一定要画图了，不画图做不出来的啊。OK，好，the total distance of this one is 90. 对不对？这边是 finishing line 啊。那我们每个小朋友有一个不同的颜色，好不好？Alan 是绿颜色的。So when Alan was 26 away from the finishing line. 不是这里，不对，26到这里，OK。So this distance is 26, right? Correct, everybody? Ben was 8 meters ahead of him. 好，我换个颜色，Ben 是粉红色，好不好？OK，Ben 是 8 meters ahead of him。哎呀，我又没画好，是不是 Ben 在这里啊？那好了，我想问一下，我现在这个红色的粉红色这一小段是多少？是不是26减去8 26 minus 8 equals 18 meters? Correct? And this little distance, exactly 8 meters. Correct? Okay. So how far was Alan from the finishing line when Ben finished the race? 好了，这道题目是不是有点麻烦？对不对？好了，好像什么都没说，除了 distance 告诉我们，对不对？Distance equals 90. Correct, Zoe? Amelia? Okay, do we know the speed of Ben or speed of Alan? We don't know. We just say speed of Alan and speed of Ben. Can we say that? Correct? But there's a one thing is the same. What is the same is when Alan arrived here, Ben arrived here. So there's a one thing is the same. Which one?
The total distance.
The distance is the same, but there's a one thing, of course, also the same. The time. The time, right? So you can see when Alan finished the 64 meters, right? Ben finished what? 72 meters. There's a one thing is the same. What?
Oh, they spent the same time.
They spend the same time. Very good. So that means when as Alan is spending the same thing, right? Okay, so you can say, so Alan is 64 meters and Ben is 72. So we're going to use the same thing as what? 72 equals 8 times 9, right? So that means when Ben runs 9 meters and Alan runs 8 meters, they both have the what? Sorry. They both have the 64 equals SA times time. And 72 equals SB times time. Correct, Zoe? And there's a one thing, the same thing. And remember, last week we learned what? Common factor, right? So you can see SA equals what? 8 times 8. And SB equals 9 times 8 because the time is 8. We can make a guess. Correct? Can we do that? Okay, so how far Alan from the finishing line when Ben finished? So we can say 90 divided by 9 equals 10. So that means it takes 10 10 seconds for Ben to finish that. So Alan is 8 times 10 equals 80. Right, so how long is 90 minus 80 equals 10 meters. So it takes Alan 10 minutes to finish the thing. Sorry, 10 is when Alan from the finishing line is 10 meters from the finishing line when Ben finished the race. Get it, everybody? Okay, so now let's take a look at the practice, okay? So I would like, Amelia, please read the question for me.
Peter was walking from the library to the mall. At the same time, Jane was walking from the mall to the library. They met 5 minutes later. Given that their walking speed was 60 meters per minute and 50 meters per minute respectively, what was the distance between the library and the mall?
Okay, so this is very easy, right? 好了，Zoe 和 Amelia 可以做一下这道题吗？Okay, Peter was walking from the thing and they met 5 minutes. So 6 times 5 plus 50 times 5 equals 550, right? Or you can do 60 plus 50 times 5 equals 550. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's take a look at number 2. Wan Chang and her mom were taking a work. For every 4 steps her mom took, Wan Chang needed 6 steps to cover the same distance. How many steps had her mom takes when Wan Chang had walked 120 steps? OK，好，做完了吗？So，周易怎么掉出去
I just realized.
啊？
I just realized.
对啊，周易人呢？
She's not in the participants box, so she probably left the meeting or something.
那我们先开始做了啊，不管了。OK，So 周易，阿米莉亚这道题会做吗？
No.
不会做。OK，周易来
I
吧。
just did 120 divided by 6 equals
那
20.
你想啊，就是我们画一个图好不好？Hello，周易。所以妈妈走4步，对不对
掉线了。
？Hello，你掉线了，对不对？好，这个 bench 这个 chain 要走几步？要走6步，对不对？因为妈妈是大人嘛，对不对？对不对？好了，那我们可以假设一下，对不对？So what is the 哎，如果妈妈每一步是走3米的话，那这个小朋友是不是每一步就走2米啊？Can we do that? Correct? Okay, so how many steps does her mom take when walks 120? 那不就是120 divided by 6 times what? Times 4. So the answer is 20 times 4 equals 80 steps. So did you get it right? Amelia, understand? Okay, number 3.
Wait, I did like type 80 to you.
You type 80, very good. Okay, number 3. Alice walking speed of 60 meters per minute. It takes her 15 minutes to walk to school. How long does it take to go to school when he cycled at 3 times as fast as he walks? OK，这道题目很简单啊，做完了吗？OK, because before is 60 minutes, right now it's what? It's 180 meters per minute. So when the speed goes bigger, the times goes down. So 15 minutes divided by 3 equals 5 minutes. 5 seconds, done. Yeah, good. Did you use this method? Did you use that method?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good job, Amelia. Number 4, can you read it for me?
Sean's walking speed is 75 meters per minute. His running speed is 2 times his walking speed. E takes 24 minutes to walk to school. How long does it take him if he covers half journey by walking and the other half by running?
So let's do this question. 好吗？说好了吗？Okay, so Sean walks speed. 这道题目又不一样了啊。Speed is 70 meters per minute. His running speed is 2 times his walking speed. 好了，walking speed 是75 minute per minute。那 running time 是不是150 meters per minute？有没有写出来，小朋友们？Okay, it takes him 24 minutes to walk to school. 那时间是不是就是 75 times 24? That's the distance from home to school, right? How long does it take him if he covers half of the journey by working and another half by running? 好了，小朋友们，we have to know that it's half of the time. Not half of the time, but half of the distance. So first of all, we know the distance of the total, we have to calculate 75 times 24. So it's 1,800 meters. Correct? Okay, so the half of them is 900. So this very easy. The half one is walking is 12 minutes. Okay, the other half is what? Is 900 divided by 150 equals 6 minutes. Okay, so this one equals have a lot of calculation. Can we do it quicker? So let's take a look at this one. Okay, so we have a half one. So it takes Sean 24 minutes to walk from home to school. I ask you, the half of them will be what? 12 minutes. Do we have to calculate this part? No, because half of the 24 is exactly 12. So let's take a look at the half of the part that he takes run instead of walk. I know if he walks it's 12 minutes, right? But let's take a look at the relationship between walking and the running speed. The speed of running is exactly 2 times of the walking speed. So we know for the same distance, the minute will be what? Half of the working. So do we have to calculate? No. 12 divided by 2 equals 6. 12 plus 6 equals 18 minutes, and we're done. Okay, so it takes much quicker than using the calculation. Understand? Okay, so Dad drives me to school every morning at a speed of 90 kilometers per hour. How many minutes Dad takes me to reach school if it's 6 kilometers away from my house? OK，好，现在来看看这道题目为什么难？Because it's 90 kilometers per hour. It takes how many minutes to Dad take me to reach the school? It's actually a very easy question, but we need to calculate from hour to minute. Correct? So 90 kilometers per hour. So how many minutes per thing? So we need to transfer it. So 90 divided by 60 equals 1.5 kilometers per minute. No. 这爸爸开的这么快的吗？1分钟开1.5公里，这有点快哦。Okay, anyway, so 6 kilometers divided by 1.5 equals 4 minutes. 4分钟，爸爸就能把宝宝送到学校。Okay, Grace and Betty were having an 8 meters race. When Alice was 20, Alice and Betty were having an 80 meters race. When Alice was 28 from the finishing line, Betty was 15 meters from the finishing race. How far was Betty from the finishing line when Alex was 16 meters away from the finishing line? Okay? 这道题目是不是跟我们前面做的很像？ Remember? Okay, so do that one. 然后我们要来讲了，okay? So altogether there are 80 meters. Okay, when Alice is 28 meters away, so Alice take what? 52 meters, right? From the finishing line. Betty was 15 meters from the finishing line. So Betty takes what? 65 meters, right? Okay, how far was Betty from the finishing line when Alice was 16 meters away? 那我们看看 Alice，这个是 Betty。那 Alex 走的是什么？是52米，对不对？Betty 是65米。So when you study this, it's 13 times 4 and 13 times 5. So obvious, they're both running for 30 seconds, right? Okay, so now 4 and 5 will be their speed. So Alice's speed is 4 meters and Betty's is 5 meters. So when Alex was 16 meters from the finishing line, so 80 minus 16 equals what? 64 meters. 64 divided by 4 equals what? Equals 16 seconds. So 16 times 5 equals 80. So Betty actually is finished the whole entire distance. Get it? So that means it's 0. So if you do that, how long does the Betty from the finishing line will be 0 meters? Clear? Amelia, do you understand? Okay, so let's take a look at number 7. Zoe, could you read the question?
Peter walks from the shopping mall to the park. At the same time, Jane walks from the park to the shopping mall. Their speeds are 60 meters per minute and 70 meters per minute, respectively. How far is the library from the shopping mall if the two of them meet 15 meters away from the midpoint?
Okay, let's do this question. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. I hope you already get it. Peter walks from shopping mall to the park. At the same time, Jane walks from the park to the shopping mall. So obviously, they're heading to each other. Correct? Okay, their speed are 60 meters per minute and 70 meters per minute. How far is the library from the, 为什么有个
Doesn't mean park.
the park, yeah. How how far is the park from the shopping mall if the two of them meet 15 meters away from the midpoint? Okay, 这道题目有点难啊。Okay, so let's take a look at this one. We need to find out the midpoint first. Okay, 好，那小朋友们，老师问你个事情啊。So this is a midpoint. So I want you to tell me. So is this one and this one, which one will be their meeting point? Little a and little b. I want to ask you a very simple question. Okay, it should be A, right? B is not right. Why? Because Jane is faster than Peter. So obviously, Peter will be meeting Jane here. Okay, so this is 15 meters away from the point. Okay, so now let's ask, and let me ask you a very, very important question, okay? So how many meters does Jane walk more than Peter?
30
Okay, a lot of students said 15 meters. No.
30 meters.
Let's take a look at this one, okay? Peter has walked what? Half of the distance minus 15 meters, right? And Jane has finished half of the distance plus 15 minutes, right? Correct, Amelia? Okay, so that means Jane has been walking what? 30 meters more than Peter, correct? But we know every minute Jane has been walking faster than Peter by 10 minutes. 是不是每一分钟他比 Peter 才多走10米? So altogether, she walked 30 meters more than Peter. So 30 divided by 10 equals what? 3 minutes. Correct? Okay, so that means it takes them 3 minutes to meet each other. So it's 60 plus 70 times 3. So equal 390 meters. Get it? Okay, so this is today's thing. Okay, so I'm going to send you the homework. The homework will be from question 1 to all the way to question, I think, altogether 12 questions. Oh, sorry, 14 questions. 14 questions. Okay, I have already helped you with the 哦，没有，我们刚才晚开始了，我们还可以晚一点，我们还可以做一道题，好不好？Okay, number eight. Amelia, can you read the question for me?
Mark cycled from town A to town B. At the same time, Nick cycled from town B to town A. Their speeds were 12 kilometers per hour and 15 kilometers per hour, respectively. They met some time later at a point 3 kilometers from the midpoint of the two towns. What was the distance between town A and town B?
Okay, so can we do this question? Okay, so let's see. Mark cycle from A to B at the same time. Nick from B to A. 对不对？把小箭头画出来啊。Okay, their speed is 12 kilometers per hour and 50 kilometers per hour, respectively. They met some point later at the point 3 kilometers from the midpoint. 肯定在这儿，对不对？ Because Mark is slower than Nick, so Nick works more. 好了，那我们来看看，很简单。Every single hour, Nick is driving 3 kilometers more than Mark. Correct? Okay, so if Mark is 3 kilometers, so their midpoint 3 kilometers. So 3 times 2 equals what? 6 kilometers per hour. Sorry, altogether. So 6 divided by 3 equals 2 hours. So that means they met each other when 2 hours later. So 12 plus 15 times 2 equals 27 times 2 equals 54 kilometers. Get it? Okay, last question. Okay, number 9. A cyclist takes 3 hours to cycle from point A to point B at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. He returns to point A from B at the speed of 30 kilometers per hour. What is the average speed for the whole trip? Okay, do you still remember how to do the average speed? Oh. 好了，我们来看看啊。A cyclist take 3 hours to take point B to point A at 10 kilometers per hour, 对不对？阿米莉亚的头到哪里去了？头没了。Okay, so the distance is 3 times 10 equals 30. Okay, just one second. 喂，鹏鹏，那我怕老师过一会儿没空了，会不会？啊，你这个事情要好好跟老师说啊。嗯嗯，那你现在要去吃饭了吗？那我们今天开始就25块钱的那个了啊。好，拜拜，好。Sorry, I need to do one thing. Just to give me 1 second. Okay, sorry. So he returned at point A at the speed of 30. 那也就是说，他去的时候花了3个小时，回来的时候只花了多少时间？30 divided by 30 equals what? 1 hour. Correct, Zoe? Okay, so altogether, how long it takes? So it's 30 plus 30. 是不是 whole trip? How about the whole time? It's 3 plus 1 hour. So it's 60 divided by 4 equals 15 hours per, sorry, 15 kilometers per hour. That is the average speed. 明白了吗 Okay, so that's it for today's class. Okay, I'm sorry, I was 因为 Zoe 的妈妈跟我说是那个晚一点，然后我记错时间了。But still, we have 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we're gonna see each other next week. So just remember, for every single question, I need to see how you get the answer. 光一个答案不够的，好不好？ I need you to see how you get the answer. 好不好 Okay, so that's it for today's class. We're gonna see each other next week. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.